Assalamu alaikum students. I am Waqas Khan, your computer science teacher from Army Public School and College Potwar Complex Boys, Islamabad. This is our lecture 9 which is about data centers and mobile computing. Data center. Data center is a large group of network computer servers typically used by organizations for the remote storage, processing or distribution of large amount of data. Data centers are simply centralized locations where computing and networking equipment is concentrated for the purpose of collecting, storing, processing, distributing or allowing access to large amount of data. They provide important services such as data storage, backup and recovery, data management and networking. Data centers are physical or virtual infrastructure used by enterprises to house computers, server and networking system and components for the company's information technology needs, which typically involve storing, processing and serving large amounts of critical data to clients in a client-server environment. There are four main types of data centers: enterprise data centers, managed services data center, colocation data centers, cloud data centers. The next thing that we are going to study about is the mobile computing. Many of you know about the mobile computing, and mobile computing is a technology that allows transmission of data, voice and video via computer or any other wireless enabled device without having to be connected to a fixed physical link. Mobile computing is a technology that allows transmission of data, voice or video with any wireless device. Mobile computing concept involves three major parts: mobile communication, mobile hardware and mobile software. Mobile communication. The mobile communication in this case refers to the infrastructure put in place to ensure that seamless and reliable communication goes on. These would include devices such as protocols, services, bandwidth and portals necessary to facilitate and support the stated services. The data format is also defined at this stage. This ensures that there is no collision with other existing systems which offer the same service. Since the media is unguided or unbounded, the overlaying infrastructure is basically radio wave oriented. That is, the signal are carried over the air to intended devices that are capable of receiving and sending similar kinds of signals. The next one is mobile hardware. Mobile hardware includes mobile devices or device components that receive or access the service of mobility. They would range from portable laptops, smartphones, tablet PCs, personal digital assistants. These all devices will have a receptor medium that is capable of sensing and receiving signals. These devices are configured to operate in full duplex, whereby they are capable of sending and receiving signals at the same time. They don't have to wait until one device has finished communicating for the other device to initiate communication. All these devices use an existing and established network to operate on. In the most cases, it would be a wireless network. Then the mobile software. Mobile software is the actual program that runs on the mobile hardware. It deals with the characteristic and requirements of mobile applications. This is the engine of mobile device. In other terms, it is the operating system of the appliance. It is the essential component that operates the mobile devices. There are different types of mobile software like RIM on BlackBerry, Apple Macintosh, Windows Mobile, Symbian operating system, or the most used is Android operating system. Since portability is the main factor, this type of computing ensures that users are not tied or pinned to a single physical location, but are able to operate from anywhere. It incorporates all aspects of wireless communication. So this is the mobile computing. After that, we are going to study about parts of computer system. Computer system consists of two major elements: computer hardware and computer software. Computer hardware. Computer hardware refers to the physical elements of a computer. This is also sometimes called the machinery or the equipment of the computer. Example of hardware in a computer are the keyboard, monitor, mouse, CPU. However, most of the computer hardware cannot be seen. In other words, it is not an external element of the computer, but rather an internal one, surrounded by computer casing or tower. A computer hardware is comprised of many different parts. Hardware is limited to specifically designed tasks that are taken independently. Very simple. Then the computer software. Computer software, commonly known as programs or apps, consist of all the instructions that tell the hardware how to perform a task. These instructions come from a software developer in the form that will be accepted by the platform, mean operating system plus CPU. Software is capable of performing many tasks as opposed to hardware, which can only perform mechanical tasks that they are designed for. Software provides the means for accomplishing many different tasks with the same basic hardware. Software implements algorithms that allow the computer to complete much more complex tasks. For example, a program that is designed for Windows operating system will only work for the specific operating system. Compatibility of the software will vary as the design of the software and the operating system differ. Software that is designed for Windows XP may experience a compatibility issue when running under Windows 2000 or NT. There are different types of software that we are going to study in the coming lectures. Thanks. If you have any question,